Generating real estate leads is the number one activity for every single real estate agent in order to be successful. Everybody knows this. If you're in the business in real estate, you've heard it, or you already know it, or you already even experienced it, and maybe you're already in the business and you know that generating real estate leads is the most important activity everybody has to do who's in real estate every single day. It has to be systematized, but we also know that a lot of agents and majority of agents don't want to do it, and they don't do it. And so there are companies that will think about this and see this as an opportunity. What about if we just go in and start to, how do we figure out how to solve this problem? How do we get a bunch of leads, give it to agents, and all we have to ask for is their credit card and tell them that this is what all they need to do. Their problems are solved and they're going to be making a lot of money. Here's the thing. You know that a lot of companies, a lot of teams are buying leads and they have a lot of success. But here's the thing as well. If you're in the beginning stages in the business, for you to buy leads, you still have to be good on the phone, because guess what? They don't call you. The leads never gonna call you. They're gonna land in your email or in your CRM, and that's it. And that's what's gonna be. That's gonna be a name, a phone number, and an email, and maybe something what they did in the history, what they did. It's going to still require your phone call. And when you're making a call, you better be good on the phone, or you're going to be still practicing on the phone. You better pick up a phone and make a call, because you're already spending the money, versus you just going and scrubbing the list through Mojo, RedX, or whatever. And you can just call the free leads. Pretty much, you pay just a monthly subscription, and you're making calls. For sale by owners, 100% free. So, like, by you buying leads, you think that solves the problem, and it doesn't. It's still the same thing. It's still the lead that ends up in your email, and you still have to pick up a phone and call, reach out and see what they need to do. The problem also there is that a lot of leads are just inquiries. They have really no intention of selling or buying anytime soon. They kind of maybe thinking about it, but they're not ready at all yet. A lot of times, most of the internet leads that companies are selling will require 6 to 9 months to be followed up with in order for them to become an active client and result in a closing. And a lot of real estate agents not only don't want to lead generate, but they also don't want to follow up, and that's where actually the money's at, in the follow up. So since we don't want to lead generate and we don't want to follow up, it doesn't make sense to buy any leads. And what I've been doing in my business when I got started, I was making calls. I never bought any lead. Right now we are generating leads, but that's for new agents to practice their skills on somebody who inquired on a website. But for my business, and every year I've been growing and doubling my sales. In 2021, it was almost all of my own leads. There were 132 closings that we did, and then after that we did 222. This year we were looking to do maybe 300 deals. We still got a couple of months left. All of those are coming by attracting the business. Some of them registered on our site, but they were following our content. So we're always attracting, and we pay a big attention to creating content and attracting business versus chasing. Because chasing requires also extra layers of selling, because you're always dealing with strangers. In attracting, people want to do business with you because they they already know you, they like you, and they trust you. So attracting versus chasing is a huge difference, and it's a complete opposite way of running your business. So buying leads is chasing. It's you always dealing with strangers that don't know who you are. They don't want to hear from you. And if you are actually buying, you still have to pick up the phone and make a call and start connecting and building a rapport with them. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying you can't make money with it. You of course can, and you will if you pick that as your avenue, and then that's just going to be your way of running the business. You're going to be successful at it. The thing is that if I was going after leads, I would just go through Mojo or Redex or Vulcan 7, and I would just call the neighborhoods where most of the times the internet leads that are coming my way are going to be buyer leads. Those are people who probably clicked on the listing and they're interested in buying a house. Most of the leads that are being sold through companies are buyer leads. So how are you going to be running your business if you're only working with buyer leads that are registering on internet, and that's your way of running business? You can be successful, but that's 100 times harder than just, if I'm going after chasing and I'm going after calls, I'm going to be calling neighborhoods or for sale by owners or expired listings. Those are seller leads. Seller leads with a for sale sign with your face in front of it. You will generate buyer leads that call you. That's the way I would run the business if I was doing that. But if I was doing this, and I would suggest that's the way you want to run, but also I would like to attract the business too, because I want the business to come my way. I want to build the machine that's not going to require me every single day making calls, and it doesn't require me every single day prospecting and looking for new business. I want business to come my way. Eventually, if your servicing is good, if your customer service is good, you're going to get referrals, but it's going to take also time. So, it's going to be the best way for you to run the business. Is you have to understand that buying leads is definitely not the way to do the business. Plus it's probably going to be expensive as well. It's like, why would you you have to understand that referrals is free business, and making calls to property owners through Mojo, Redex, or Vulcan 7 is almost free too. Reaching out on Facebook and adding friends on Facebook is free. You can run your business with zero expense, almost zero expense. If your company is covering up tools and software and providing you some marketing as well, you almost at the zero expense, other than the gas that you're going to be putting in the car to show houses and meet sellers and buyers. But buying leads is expensive, especially if you're buying Zillow, Realtor.com, or Trulia leads. Those are better quality leads, but still, they're too much. It's way too expensive leads for you to even think about them, unless you're running a big operation and you are spending a lot of money and you have a training that your agents are going to be, if you're, example, running a team, and they will be trained and good on the phone, then maybe you have to look at the ROI. Maybe it was going to make sense, but I would not build a business based on buying leads that still need to be called. Why would you buy something that still needs to call? Just go around and just straight make calls. Just don't waste your time on buying anything, because that's going to be a random people's information, and that information is not going to help you anyway. You just still have to make a call, So I hope this video helps. If you have any cool questions, suggestions, please let me know. Always happy to hear that. See you next time.